Okay, so in this video, I'll show you how I use keyboard shortcuts to instantly format text. And this is done with Keyboard Maestro, which is a macro automation tool for Mac. So here's what some of these shortcuts look like. For instance, if I want to make text all lowercase, then I can press the shortcut Control Option 1, and that will turn all of the text lowercase. And by the way, this is just some random text I copied from Wikipedia. Similarly, I can do the same with uppercase, the same with title case, which is where the first letter of each word is capitalized, like as if it were a book title. You can do sentence case, which is where the start of each sentence is capitalized. And for fun, you can do random case, which is where each word is randomly capitalized. There's also a way to remove new lines. So say you wanted to format some text into a single paragraph, getting rid of all of the excess space, then you could do that as well. So opening up Keyboard Maestro, here's what each of these macros looks like. Lowercase, again, I have it mapped to the hotkey Control Option 1. What this macro does is it copies the text. So say this is my text, say it's uppercase right now, and I want to make it lowercase. The macro will first press Command C to copy this text. It will then filter using this filter action. You can find it like this, filter the system clipboard, which is what we just copied, with lowercase. Now there are a ton of options here. Many of these are for developers, like formatting JSON files, but others are just standard ways of formatting text, such as lowercase. And we're going to filter it to the source, which is system clipboard in this case. It's what we passed in as our input. And then after that, we're going to paste. So we copied, filtered it to lowercase, and then we paste. And then what these actions do here is just to delete the past two items in our clipboard. So if we Command C to copy this and then we filter it to lowercase, it's going to place that back in the clipboard. So now we have two new items in our clipboard. If I run this macro, you can see two items appeared and then disappeared, and these are what we delete with the system clipboard. So that way, if we had copied something like the word production and I want to make this whole text uppercase, then if I paste, the word production will remain the newest item in the clipboard. So uppercase works the same way, except instead of lowercase, we put uppercase here. Title case, there's one nuance to it, which is that I filter it to lowercase first before doing title case. And the reason for that is if I have some text with uppercase words in it and I do not have this lowercase action enabled, then it's going to look like this. It's going to leave those uppercase words in there, and I prefer to have everything set to a default title case without maintaining uppercase words. And then sentence case is next. Again, this is just a default action of setting it to sentence case. And then the random case is a little more complicated and honestly not that useful, but I'll walk through quickly how it works. Basically, we take whatever we copied, so we copy some text, and then we split it up into all the individual letters, and then for each letter, we randomly decide if it's going to be uppercase or lowercase, and then we put all those new letters back together. So, by the way, if you do the random case more than once, then it's going to make it random every single time. And then finally, the remove new lines. Again, I'll show what that looks like. If I have a block of paragraphs and I remove the new lines, it's going to make it into a single clean paragraph. The way that works is that we trim white space, so we get rid of the new lines or spaces at the beginning or end of what we copied. I have it remove the styles as well, so if you had certain words that were bold or formatted differently, it's going to clean those up, but you don't have to have that. You could remove this action. And then what it does is it filters what you just copied with a regular expression, which is like a fancy find and replace. What this does is it searches for returns, so stuff like this, and it gets rid of them. And then it also searches for multiple spaces. So if you have double spaces, it's going to search for those and replace them with a single space. Finally, I have it remove styles again, which may be redundant, but it's just a good assurance that everything is clean before we finally paste it in. And then again, we delete the system clipboard so that we can paste what we had before. So this was a quick introduction to some of the text modifications and text filterings that you can do with Keyboard Maestro and activate them with keyboard shortcuts. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then be sure to subscribe for more cool content, and I'll see you next time.